Alright, I'm back with another album review. Today's review is on Golden State from Bush. This is the fourth album from Bush, and the last album they did before disbanding in 2002. Though they reunited in 2010 and are still releasing new material to this day. But that's a story for another day. As I already stated, this was the last studio album that Bush made before disbanding. And it'd be a whole decade before they release news. It'd be a whole decade before they release a new studio album until 2011's The Sea of Memories. I'll talk about this album at a later date. Now, this is also the last Bush album to feature Dave Parsons on bass and Nigel Postford on guitar. It also features Paul Eastman and Eric Stefani on pianos, as well as Jamie Mahobarek on keyboard. The documentary The Making of Golden State revealed that the title was inspired by the Golden State Freeway, Interstate 5 in California, which is a route that Gavin Rossdale used to use to get to his home in Los Angeles. This album was produced by Dave Sardy and was recorded at two different studios, Olympic Studios in London and The Village in Los Angeles. This album was released on October 23rd, 2001 under Atlantic Records. I read online that Gavin Rossdale described the style of this album as being very rough and going full circle, because at the time Bush made this album, they had already been together for almost a decade. Gavin also said that people who think that he's a dark and depressed person, that he used Golden State as the name of this album because it sounded warm and positive. Now, to talk about the cover and how this album was promoted, you may have noticed the very plain-looking cover. When I was doing my research, I saw the album was originally going to have a jetliner on the cover. This was obviously changed because of 9/11, and because it would be in poor taste if they released the album with the original cover. Well, this album was met with mostly positive reviews from critics, though it wasn't received as well as Bush's first album. Besides, this album has a 63 out of 100 on Metacritic, though I think it should be higher because this album is way better than the critics make it out to be. Now, to discuss the songs, this album starts with Solutions, and I really like the lyrics and how this album sounds. Head Full of Ghosts is the next song. The song in particular was released as a single. The single was released on November 25th, 2001. There wasn't a music video made for the song, though there was a live performance that was used to promote it. The People That We Love is the next song, and it serves as the lead single. The single was released on September 18th, 2001. It's over a month before the album was released. The original title of the song is going to be Speed Kills, but just like the cover, it was changed because of 9/11. The thing is, the song had already appeared on advanced promo copies and early radio promos that were advertising the song. The other thing that needs to be mentioned is that early covers of the single retained the original title, which also stated that the song is about love, appreciation, and rising against adversity. Despite all the controversy, the song did get to be featured in the soundtrack for the game Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. Now, the song Superman is a very memorable song, and it really shows how the album is rooted in the post-grunge genre. Fugitive is also memorable, and I really like the lyrics and how the song sounds. It's also my favorite song on the album. I also like how the song Hurricane sounds. The next song, Inflatable, is the third and final song on this album to be released as a single. And the single was released on February 17th, 2002. I read that the chorus of the song was inspired by a line from the song Bone Machine from the Pixies. It's also the only Bush song to feature an acoustic guitar. Reasons and My Engine Is With You are also memorable for how they sound. Land of the Living also shows how this album is centered around post-grunge. Now, the song is Japanese Freight Train and American Eyes ended up as B-sides, so they're not on this version of this album. It's also an unreleased track called Fireball. Overall, I really enjoyed this album. It was actually a really good album for Bush to go out with. I guess that Bush wanted to expand on a high note. 2002 was when they split up. In 2004, Gavin Rossdale had started a hard rock band called Institute, but that's a story for another day. I also recommend buying this album and giving it a listen. That's all I have to say on this album. If you like the video, be sure to like, comment, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment if you like. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll be back on Wednesday with another review.